Welcome back to File Under Fire, a wrestling review podcast. My name is Brady. I am your host, joined as always by Dom
Hi.
and Aubie,
How about you?
and another one of our friends got the luck of the wheel to come their way, and so we invited him onto the podcast. It is the one and only Pucci.
I can't stop spinning wheels. How are you?
They're spinning their wheels. Sorry, don't want to be proper there. We no theme. We just kind of said, hey, do whatever you want, bring whatever you want. But we did unofficially kind of say maybe we should lay off the full-on white boy throw at you, because I mean we've had quite a bit in the last couple weeks.
Some would say too many white boys.
Maybe too many, yeah. But it's okay. Like we're adjusting that this week. We have none at all this week. We have 2 matches from Mexico, 2 matches from Japan, all in varying degrees of
Yeah.
fuck you, I would say. I think there's some fuck you moments in all of them, I think, but it definitely is a range from hate you totally to just kind of let's have some fun, and there's some respect, and I think that's a good way to transition into our first match, the one that Pucci brought. It is Los Brazos versus El Dandy, Super Astro, and Popetecas from CMLL.
Super Puppy!
Yeah, it is fucking
CMLL
awesome.
5591.
Face to God.
Dude, the one of the first things I wrote in my notes was Poppy is huge. That was just what I wrote, like because I'm going through
Physically and metaphorically.
yeah, yeah. So if you watch this match and you decide to skip the little intros where they show the little pictures of them and you can't figure out which one is who, it also was good for me when I was writing my notes because I had to remember which Brazos was who, because the only one I know out of the 3 is Super Porky.
Well, you can
The
tell
big-
by their arms because Porky is Brazo de Plata. He's golden arm, right? And then Brazo de Oro. I'm sorry, he's silver arm, and then Brazo de Oro has the golden arm, and El Brazo has both.
Yeah, that's
I was gonna say, you can tell.
I went by their
Super Porky is 'cause
pants.
it's big.
Yeah, you could do pants too. Yeah.
Yeah, because it goes to the same thought process. But El Dandy is El
The goat.
Dandy. Yeah,
Oh my God,
He's awesome.
I was gonna say that match. Like every time he's in the ring, the crowd's like fucking going crazy for him.
mm-hmm.
And he looks like he's on 1.5 speed. He's flying around.
Yeah, he Super Astro's going crazy in this match. I love the way the match progresses, right? So like we start and we get Brazo, El Brazo and Super Astro first, and they do some great Yave with some arm holds and arm drags going back and forth, and
And Super Astro, I always say he's got the guacamole build. He's like
He's so
Valiant Day
awesome.
times
I
2.
love
He
him.
defies the laws of physics.
I have in my notes. It just says Super Astro 1,000,000 chicken breast diet.
He is so wide in
He
the
is
body.
huge. He is short and humongous.
Yeah, he is built crazily, and it makes you wonder how he can do some of the stuff that he does, right? Because
Or strength.
but like the way he flies is insane.
He's one of those lucha guys that there's just so many incredible luchadors. He kind of gets lost in the shuffle sometimes. I don't think people appreciate Super Astro enough.
I love
He
him.
He
pops. He pops. He does. He consistently does stuff that is shocking.
I really liked when Brazo has the arm control and he goes down, like Astro goes down, kips up, and then arm drags Brazo. I thought that was really good. And then oh my god, the cuts in this match were so bad. They just would randomly cut to a woman or a child while there's good wrestling happening in the ring. Kept pissing me off. Cause
well, it's better than your match where it would just cut to a random graphic.
Yeah. That's 2009 CMLL.
They haven't mastered the camera yet.
I don't know if they've mastered it at all, quite frankly.
No.
But I do love they go through this whole sequence with a lot of good arm work mainly, but they do kind of sweep legs out and stuff like that. But then they shake hands. They go to their respective corners, bring in the next set of partners.
Yeah, everybody kind of trades off Yave sections.
Mm-hmm. And
it's fun as fuck.
Delightful.
Yeah, it was very, very chill with each other in this match. It's just guys being yeah, we're cool.
Yeah, it's two Technico teams. I thought we were gonna get Rudo Brazos because of Porky's sunglasses, but
no, he just got that shit on.
They all had those sunglasses, by the way. They all three of them did, not just Porky. We get the best shot, I think, of Porky wearing them, which Dom sent in the chat, and I am including in the thumbnail. But
awesome sunglasses.
They are. They're it's like the Bret Hart sunglasses, but better. I think is the best way I could describe it.
Definitely.
So yeah, after that we get Braza de Oro and El Dandy. Once again, a lot of good back and forth Yave. Nothing crazy, nothing stuff you haven't seen before, but all really good, tight technical work.
I was gonna say it's really, really smooth watching, specifically Oro and Dandy going back and forth with each other.
Mm-hmm. And then I like
Dandy in this little time frame. Legitimately, his peak. His peak might be the best ever.
Dandy.
You could make a case for him as at his best, the best wrestler ever.
Dandy is a blind spot for me. This is
I got you, brother.
I'll say it.
Yeah,
this is the
I'll
first
bring more.
100,000 matches.
I'll bring more because he could do everything.
This is the first El Dandy match I've ever seen. How's that make you feel?
Oh wow.
Dude,
it makes me feel excited to show you more.
I was about to say I'm excited to send you Dandy matches.
Oh yeah, if I get addicted to El Dandy like one of the guys in my match later, we'll get in. We'll get into
There's
that.
a reason they modeled Nacho Libre off of El Dandy.
Oh, they did, huh?
The best.
It
certainly appears that way.
But yeah, like Pucci was saying, Oro and Dandy kind of, I think, are the best of the six. But we get another situation where after they kind of go back and forth, they shake hands, go back, and now it's Plata or Super Porky gets in the ring against Poppy.
Big boy time.
Oh boy.
You this is you watch the first two sets of the tag guys come in and kind of have their whole little segment, and so you would expect something more, or at least something longer out of Porky and Poppy, but you do not get it. It's very simple. They have a quick little exchange. Poppy
but it's impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive for two dudes who are as big as they are to
Porky
move.
Is unreal.
To move the way they do.
He jumps very high.
And
for a man with that big
crazy
a belly.
athletic.
Yeah.
I actually only had one note for this spot, and I said comedy spots only work if you're cool as fuck like Braza de Plata.
Yeah.
It's not, and that's the thing is, it doesn't even feel like a comedy spot necessarily. You know, like what he
No, he's
does.
very naturally funny.
Like they like kind of sumo into each other, and the ref splits them up, which I thought was funny. Like why?
And then they shake hands.
Yeah,
It's so good though.
and they shake
Big boy
hands, go back
respect.
to their corners, and this kind of progresses right until finally, like as as Brazo and Astro kind of heat the match up. You get the classic Brazo going for the feint dive, sorry, not Brazo, Super Astro, which always looks great. I think everybody's kind of used to how Ray does the 619, where he kind of runs all the way to the ropes. Where I kind of love that, like Super Astro, he jumps way too early for what he's about to do and just has full trust that he's gonna catch the ropes and spin him around. And
He's like a blonde hair away from death a couple of times in this match.
Oh my god, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about specifically.
I've been watching funny pig videos on my phone. I gotta close my phone.
he's thinking about the IWRG pigs.
No, like farm pigs. I think they're funny.
They're funny.
Dom, you big on farm animals today?
I'm always big on farm animals. I think they're awesome and they're really cool.
I
And
like the big fat
so
pig
super,
shit on
yeah,
his own balls.
yeah. I love pig shit balls
That guy
a lot.
rocks.
Pig shit balls. Also, Super Astro. I really like Super Astro.
Oh yeah, another farm animal Super Astro.
Name of this episode: pig shit balls.
Shit balls. Yeah, has to be.
Oh man,
I was about to write that down, but no worries, we got it.
What do you think? Do you think Super Astro would ride a big cow?
He does in this match.
Oh, you're right, actually. That's true. Well, now I just want to see Super Astro as a cowboy.
Should have been a cow. I can't sing that. We're gonna get copyright striked. I love the exchange between Super Astro and Super Porky in the ring, and like Porky like cartwheels over Super Astro, and then they like he eats a couple of shoulder checks, and then they both do like a little jump with each other, which is
that's a common old lucha spot where they're trying to like fake each other out.
It's
You see
so
that
much
sometimes
fun.
somebody will do the little hop, to
Yeah, the
little
Super
quirky
Astro
hop.
Junior used to. Oh, Fuego does that little hop now.
Oh, I love Fuego.
But it's so good how they both do it.
Dude,
the way Super Porky does his little hop makes me so happy every time I watch it.
I love they do the little hop thing, and then they do like a handshake. Like
It's awesome.
They do like
it's
a
like
like a secret
high five.
handshake.
Yeah,
dude.
I actually had that. I just wrote in my notes 1330, and I was trying to figure out what I was talking about. And accidentally clicked on the Roy Lucier, and it's just a commercial. And I literally just found it while you were talking about that, and it's that. It's just the handshake.
That's so funny, actually.
I guess I meant to go gift that.
Please do. I want to use that as a gift.
Oh, I wrote Super Porky and Super Astro aura farming at each other, and then they hit the insane secret handshake.
And then
two of the coolest people to ever live.
Oh my god!
So Porky gets out, Brazo comes in, and then like Astro throws like Brazo out, and he dives onto Astro, and then
Porky, he takes out the whole squad.
Yeah, well, no. It's Super Astro dives onto El Brazo, then Brazo de Oro dives onto Astro, and then Dandy onto all of them, and then Poppy, and then finally Porky goes up to the top rope and dives onto all of them, which they have to show us like 5 fucking times.
I think got to see it 5 more times actually.
Yeah.
Which gives me one of my favorite falls ever of you can't get up after Super Porky dives on you and you get
Yeah.
counted out.
I literally wrote, and somehow that wins Brazos the second fall because like the way how fast it happens, like that's just they just like, oh yeah, Brazos get the second fall. What did trying to remember? Oh, I was like trying to remember how the Technicos got the first fall, which was so
Shit, I forgot.
Dandy pins Oro, and then Poppy takes out Brazo and pins him, and then Astro. That's when Astro runs all the way corner to corner
Oh my
through the ring
God.
and dives onto Super Porky. And dude, he clips his feet on the top rope on the way out. It's
Yeah,
he-
when all of you says like that Super Astro should have died on a couple of these times, that's the one I was thinking of.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, I thought that's what you
Yeah.
were talking about. He that's what I wrote in my notes. Super Astro, a blonde hair away from death on the Tope Suicida.
dude, he shouldn't have. He at least should have like not carried. I don't know. He carries so much speed. He's built like a bowling ball, so I guess it makes sense. Uh, but I do love like so. Then we start the third fall, and you get El Brazo and El Dandi in the ring, and they're exchanging. Dandi slides under, hits an arm drag, and then they both get another arm drag, and then Dondi offers a handshake, and Brazo just walks away. I kind of
Fuck you.
I kind of like that because it was like
You fat fuck.
it was like a good reminder of like they're still meant to be the Rudos in this match, even if they're not Rudos necessarily.
I need that sportsmanship.
I kind of like no,
Fuck you,
this
bitch.
ain't ROH.
Well, it's the third fall.
Yeah, this is. I mean,
Someone's got to win.
this is the money fall, right? Like this.
Yeah. That's it. The winner gets
Mhm.
paid more.
Exactly.
I don't know if modern fans are even aware of that conception, but that used to be a thing. Dusty
People
Rhodes
losing
used to talk about it on Saturday night every week.
Wait, what? Really?
I mean,
Yeah, that was the thing. Like you get paid more if you win the fight, right? That's why the heels cheat to win.
Top of the card, get paid more.
Yeah.
I had no
get paid to
idea.
win.
That's what Dusty Rhodes used to always say on Saturday night. He's going to the pay window when you won the match.
So
But if you think about it, it makes sense, and it is. I don't know. I don't want to get old man when we're talking about Super Porky. We can return.
That's fair.
you do.
Mhm.
Well, I was gonna say you do get some. I think you get some of the best Porky-based offense in this third fall.
Some real fat boy action from Porky
Oh
and
man.
El Gran Super Puppy.
Yeah, like he goes to shoulder tackle Poppy, and he eats two of them, and then finally like bumps off the third, and then
He is sweating bullets.
then
Oh my God, he looks like he's gonna pass out after that one.
Porky goes to like body slam him, and he like can't, and then Poppy like reverses it, hits and gets his own body slam, and then they get out. Oro, Dandy in, and Dandy gets a figure four, and I love Los Brazos being on the outside, like just kind of like trying to cheer on their brother. Like they're not even doing
Not
anything
helping
bad.
him.
No, like they could like anybody who's watched a trios match, like one of them could get in and just like stomp on Dondi, like
Euro
Especially-
style.
You're not
especially
supposed
when
to do
they're,
that.
I know
Yeah,
you're
but
not,
they're technically even like the quote unquote Rudos. In this
yeah, I know
match.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
hey, you got this. You got this Brazil Oro, and he's getting murdered by Dan. He's getting stretched out.
Dude, it's so funny. Like I'm just like, why are they like they're not even like on the apron, like trying to get it back. Like they're like standing on the floor. And so Dondi has him in this figure for what feels like forever. And it's not like that it's like bad, right? Like he's wrenching,
It's struggle.
Oro's trying to get out the whole time, trying his best to like roll to the ropes, and then Dondi will like scoot him back to the ring. It's a great struggle, but it does feel like it like I'm like, damn, how does he like keep like, how's this keep going, you know?
That's El Dandy for real killing him.
And finally he gets to the ropes, and Porky gets in, and has to separate Dondi and Oro's legs. Like he has to literally like pull them apart because they're like so intertwined with each other. And then Porky gets in the ring, knocks Astro down, whips him. Astro like kicks him, and Porky gets a pin. And then the other Brazos get pinned by Dondi and Poppy, and they all three kick out. Then the Technicos get like a split leg submission, so they're basically making a square with
And this was a common Brazo spot.
and then Dondi gets floats over and like pins I don't remember which Brazos it was, but he like tries to pin him in the middle, and he doesn't get the pin. They kick out, and then like Astro floats over, Oro lines him down, gets the backbreaker. Oro pins Astro, and then Porky pins Poppy. Brazo pins Dondi, and they all win. It's a great, really tight finish. It's a great match. Pucci, I know
Fantastic match. I'm
know
so glad you brought this, Pucci.
I know you said you've had this
every
thing
second
like
of this.
in queued for like 2 months, like just waiting for the moment in which you finally got brought on the podcast.
World famous File Under Fire podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the best weekly wrestling match review podcast in the world. I don't know if there's any other weekly match review podcast.
There's probably a lot more, but fuck them.
I'm not looking into this. I'll take it at face value.
Well, damn, Way the Blade isn't even doing match review proper anymore. They're doing the damn deathmatch gimmick.
No,
so.
they're just being weird. I listened to the one today about IWA Mid South, and they got weird about Mickey Knuckles like 2 minutes in. I cut it off.
Yeah.
Oh man. I wanted to say about the last fall where El Dandy gets pinned. It looks like something is supposed to happen between like Dandy and Brazo. It looks like that like Dandy's supposed to get like reversed, but they just kind of like he just gets like tossed off instead. Like he just throws El Brazo just throws Dandy off him and just covers him like regular, which I thought is very funny. This match I brought because like this is like my greatest like vibes match of all time to me. It's just
I think it
6 cool dudes.
I think it fits
you
that
can put
really
on any
well.
Los Brazos match, and it's going to be great. But the combination of guys on the other side in this one is pretty much perfect.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's probably pretty clear, like, if you watch it, that, like, Poppy isn't the most technically sound guy in the match.
But I meant to mention, there's a great article on Lucha World that Kurt Brown, Vandal Drummond, wrote. I think he wrote the article, and then it got re-released when Poppy died. But he has a wonderful article about like the appeal of Poppy Tekos, and it's well worth a read. If you just Google Poppy Tekos, it's like the first thing that pops up. Now, he's
That's
not
nice.
a technical wizard, but huge
fun.
charisma. Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah, and he looks like, even standing next to, guys like Dondi, like, he looks insane. Somewhere between, like, Giant Gonzalez and Andre the Giant, almost. Just a crazy looking dude. And
Andre the Giant is his giant in the belly.
All belly.
Andre the horizontal giant.
Moving on to Dom's match this week. I'm pretty sure Dom saw this get video posted on Twitter and said, "I need to watch this."
No, I sent that to him.
Oh, really? Damn,
Yes.
Dom's out here making hit tweets and he's not even tweeting them. What the fuck are you doing, bud?
I looked up the wrestler Aries, and it was someone talking about him, and I was like, oh, I don't even know this person, so I'm gonna send him Aries versus Tromba. So, and then I don't know, then that's how that happened, and
And
then I sent him
now you're
that.
friends.
Yeah,
That's sick.
Besties.
What tweet is this? What are we talking about?
it's not even a
timeline.
hit tweet. It's the one where Koei Sato is getting slapped. It's not even a hit tweet. It's got a couple likes.
Who tweeted it?
Hold on.
I don't know.
We are checking.
I know
We are
Ben
checking because
retweeted.
I
That's all I know.
Talking about. This is murder in the Karokian Hall.
Yeah, I found this
Abuzago
because
versus Napo Zango.
yeah.
it
Napo
has
Zongo.
331 views. I have edits with less than that. I call that a
Yeah,
hit
but
tweet.
no one liked it, so does it
I
really
liked
matter?
It.
It doesn't matter more.
That's even worse.
I found this because Ben brought that one Hirota Yokoi match, and I was like, this guy looks like a caveman. He looks crazy.
That it is. Real quick, let me intro it before we get too deep. It is Kohei
Sure.
Sato and Ryuji Sai versus Wataru Sakata and Hirotaku Yokoi from 01/5/23/2002. It said the show name in the description. I just don't remember what the show name was.
Zero.
It's Genesis Night 7.
Yep.
Yeah, like you.
I
I don't
only
know if you guys
realized
are even aware
now.
of this.
What?
This is Yokoi's first match, like actual worked wrestling match according to
Really?
Cage Match, and it's his. I think Simon reviewed this like a month ago, and he said it was his second match. And I know in the highlight package they show something else, but this is Takata and Yokoi are rings guys.
Right.
This
So
is the
they're like,
Rings versus Z1 match.
yeah. So this is Yokoi's either first or second worked wrestling match ever.
And it's fucking awesome. And
Yeah,
they
it's
punch each
great.
other.
Sick.
Oh my,
So sick.
this match
Simon's
is
cool, but just read it for the text because you always know it's gonna be 3 stars.
I think he gave
Three
this
and-
like 3 1/4.
3 and 3.
Shit, I mean, fuck.
He's not gonna hear this because he does not listen to wrestling podcasts. But
Oh, thank God, I'm
that's my
scared.
guy. Simon's my guy.
He's
I was
outside your house,
scared,
Dom.
dude.
He's gonna get your ass.
Yeah, he's gonna read this and he's gonna fucking block me.
He won't block you, man. He'll light you up on Twitter.
I'm scared,
Just
bro.
he'll make you. He'll make you
I'm gonna cry.
deactivate.
I'll just
Dude,
I'll just
cry.
clip it and then tag him on Twitter using the Fire Under
Stop.
Fire Twitter.
Stop.
Getting blackmailed by Brady.
That's
Dom. You're gonna
scary.
fight back.
Fight back.
No, because I'll deactivate. I'll be sad. I'll be sad as fuck.
Oh, can't let that happen.
Anyway, moving.
Yep, just guilt tripped all of you. Fuck you.
This so there's like a bunch of different versions of this match and show floating around on the old interwebs. Abby found one that doesn't have messed up audio, but
Yeah, I got it from the full show. But my another friend of mine, old nuclear bummer, he's got the YouTube.
Oh, I like his Twitter a lot.
Yeah, he posted just this match on YouTube, but it does have like a weird kind of humming audio thing that comes gets worse and sometimes is better. It is a constant kind of just question mark really. But it's not for me at least. It wasn't so bad I couldn't watch it. I know Abby, you had to go find another one because it was killing it for you.
I watched it with the staticky thing, and I was dying, but I was like, I can get through the static killing me at least one time.
0-1 is one of the great auditory from the strikes and stuff in this pop and thud so good. I needed it sounding good. When you watch a match like this with 4 demons,
oh my!
I just knew it was gonna sound so awesome that I needed to have it without the static.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, some of these strikes are disgusting.
Evil.
They smoke each other.
It's crazy though. It does not start with a wrist lock, so I'm not sure if it qualifies as a wrestling match.
Yeah, people
There's
are
no
probably
arm
fucking
ringer
hate
to
this.
start.
No lockup, standing
God.
switch.
Fuck.
No, they just throw the guard up and they go.
No lockup, standing switch, stumble to the ropes, throw off, roll
Nope.
back.
We
Nothing.
International
stand
on
each
it.
other for 3 fucking seconds and pick our assholes. Yes.
Someone should do that, like during the standoff, just like pick the
Just start
same smell,
just digging directly up their
Digging
ass.
for gold.
I
That's
hate to-
fucking crazy.
I
and
hate
then
to
smell
keep
their fingers.
I hate to keep referencing my match before we review it, but you got to do like Felino and like smell your own armpits.
Oh man.
Uh, but the way this match starts is literally just they pull their like wrists up and Sai immediately starts punching Yokoi, and then Yokoi goes, attacks him in the corner, and then like they go back out. Sai hits a suplex. Yokoi grabs an ankle lock, and then like Sai gets out. He pulls him back, gets him in another ankle lock. Sai gets the ropes, and dude, I mean, I could break down this whole match play by play. It's insane. You get as soon as
Sato does good elbows.
I was gonna say as soon as
Oh man, young Sato and young Sai were just complete demons.
Sato comes in and like he immediately starts like kicking kicking the shit out of him. Big
He does
elbows.
the Takeshi Ono thing where like every time someone's back is to him, he comes in and just like kicks him in the back or kicks him in the head.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Little asshole.
I love they like as soon as Sato's like in the ring proper, like as a legal man, it's just he's like full on attack.
He comes in with an elbow and then Yokoi drops him with a
Mhm.
punch. And then he
Yeah,
gets up
yeah.
and throws another gnarly elbow and then he gets dropped with a punch again.
He's like, I'm gonna keep trying.
And these
but
are
fuck.
these are not pulled.
No, not even
These
close.
Yeah, not
guys
pulled at
are.
all.
Dude,
They have gloves on, but it's still a punch.
yeah, I mean,
They're-
Yokoi wrestles with the MMA gloves, which we talked about a few weeks ago. But this is like I don't know. Those punches definitely still hurt for sure.
That first one that he hits him with, like he goes down. I don't think that was like selling.
You think he just got
I mean,
No, I think
gets-
he legit just got
he
yeah.
gets dropped.
I don't think a lot of the match is selling. I think they're legit just knocking each other.
Yeah. And that's
I-
this early era of 0-1 where they just have a tag match like this where it's just they just
At
go
the start,
crazy
fuck
on each
it,
other
yeah.
like this. Oh man.
It's also crazy that seemingly everything else in this card is pretty good. 'Cause, I mean, even the opening has a Fugo
Didn't you watch
Yumeji
this
match.
show, Pucci?
No, I wish I want to watch the whole fucking show now. I just went to find the card, just so I'd have it
Yes,
up.
that Fugo Yumeji match is really
Oh,
good. He
It is.
headbutts the fuck out of people. It's crazy.
This
I
card
thought
looks
Ben asked me for it and I
insane.
sent it to him. I thought it might have been something that y'all watched.
Oh, I'll have
Might
him
be on
added
the
to
wheel.
The wheel. I'm added to the wheel.
Yeah, we might
Yeah.
have to watch that Takaiwa Sabu match.
I want to see Sylvester
Oh.
Takei and Shinjiro Otani. in the
That
same ring.
Takaiwa Sabu match, I was scrolling through to get to this and it looked
Gushing.
ghoulish, yeah, ghastly. They were both
Yeah, no, this whole card looks all timer esque.
I mean, what
Takaiwa
a
and Sabu are
crazy.
two all-time crazy guys.
It's also funny that the fucking after the seemingly the main is a 5-minute squash of Hashimoto versus Hot Stuff Hernandez. I don't know what that's about.
Sometimes you gotta kick Hot Stuff Hernandez's ass in the
You gotta
Caropian
let him
Hall.
know, you know?
Is Hot
Yeah, no,
Stuff
you're right.
Hernandez like TNA Hernandez?
It's Hernandez. It's
Okay.
just Hernandez.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
just
it is. I
Yeah,
actually
he's
did
in
not
that.
realize.
He was in those Texas Wrestling Academy Carnage crew.
yeah.
He got around.
I just wasn't sure if he was
concussion matches.
I wasn't sure if it was one of the same guy type deals or if it was just somebody else by the name of Hernandez. I'm imagining him in my head though, of being Hot Stuff
It is a somewhat
Hernandez.
common name. Yes, Hernandez.
Hot Stuff Hernandez, but he's like Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Like he's
Mm.
stealing the whole gimmick, you know. That's how he exists in my head canon without looking up a picture
I
of
would
him.
tune in for that. Hernandez doing the threat.
Yeah,
All over.
Zero One kicks ass. Zero
So-
One's
Awesome
like the
promotion.
best ever.
So Sakata gets in here, and if you thought Yokoi was beating
Sakata
up,
is the true demon this match.
yeah, if you thought Yokoi was
Yeah.
beating up Sato,
I don't think he ever looks weak in this match ever. I
Oh
think he
my
just beats
God.
up everyone.
It's interesting because he's the one who kind of like when he's in the ring, it's like more on the rails and normal, but he's also doing the nastiest strikes, and that's really saying something.
that
He slaps the dog piss.
He busts
Oh
Sai
my-
open immediately, hard
Mhm.
way.
Oh yeah,
but-
the way he bleeds from his mouth is kind of gross.
yeah,
It
it's
like
like
pours
it's like
out.
all
Like,
around
ooh.
it, yeah.
It gets all over his face and head
Yeah, I don't
from
like
his
that.
mouth.
I do not like that.
I do. I love it.
No, I mean like it's cool to watch, but like I would probably cry if that was me.
Yeah.
I don't like
Be as
that.
hard as they can. I would probably cry too.
This is where we get the clip I was
Ryoji Sai deserves it. I'll send you some Ryoji Sai YouTube stuff later. He deserves it.
I would love that.
This is where we get the clip I was talking about, where he's Sakata has Sato in like a like ankle lock, leg lock thing, and Sato's like trying to get like an arm or something, and Sakata just slaps the ever loving piss out of Sato's face. It is just, it's mean, real mean, and so then trying to read here. Sai comes over. He like runs in, kicks Yokoi off of the apron, and then like they start kicking Sakata, and they like they whip each other like into him, and Sakata like kicks Sai, and he's. I literally just kept writing, he slaps the fuck out of him. Like, that's how I just kept writing it down.
That's his MO.
You
And
will
then,
get slapped the fuck out of, yes.
He does that, like, it's not even like a capo kick, almost. It's like kind of just like a, it is, but it isn't. The little, like, rolling kick he does in the corner is, like, kind of disgusting. Everything here is stiff as could be, really.
I don't think they pulled back anything at all.
Probably not. I mean, you like that's the thing too, is like, especially with, half of these competitors being rings guys, and you want to make rings feel as legit tough guy as you can. You can't go in there and just like pussyfoot around. You can't just mess around, just have some like little holds and stuff. Like you gotta show that you can.
And on the flip side, it's Shinya Hashimoto's promotion, so you can't. I mean, you can't go in there and pussyfoot around.
You cannot pussyfoot. I'll probably actually kill you.
This is what
Kick your
01
fucking ass.
is. Some of the most hateful wrestling there is. At one point, Yokoi gives Sato. Sato keeps doing the the Takeshi Ono thing where he's a little fuck, and Yokoi finally gets tired of it. And I wrote in here, he gives him the brainstem combo.
Oh, when he's just like wailing on him in the corner.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's doing ground pound to the back of his head. Yeah.
Yeah, like to the base of his skull.
Which, it does. He's wailing on him, but it does kind of give Sai and Sato the opening, because then Sai is able to go over.
That's when Sai comes in and the announcer says, "Punchy, punchy, punchy."
Yes, it's fucking fantastic.
Sai comes in, he kicks the shit out of him, and then Sato hits that like missile drop kick from the top
It's like
rope.
a top rope shotgun drop kick to the back.
Oh,
It is.
And it looks like he's not braced for it at all.
Some of the best
It looks like
drop
a car
kicks
crash.
ever. Yeah. These are like shoot drop kicks almost, like MMA drop kicks. They're not pretty. It's just full body running kick at your ribs. Yokoi does one. It's awesome. Fucking Sai does one to break up a figure 4 leg lock or whatever, right? Or a
I
knee
think so.
bar almost.
Sai
I don't
does
know. They do knee bars a lot.
Sai does a 6 suplex. I know there's a name for that suplex. I just don't remember where he like, he
Doesn't
like,
matter.
yeah, he like puts his head in like the arm and suplexes you over.
Puts your head in the arm and suplexes you over.
If you saw
No,
it,
we
you know
can
what I'm.
continue. I would definitely know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You've definitely seen it. I just don't know how else to describe it to you.
And if you, I know I listen to podcasts where people talk about matches, and I don't always watch all of them. You got to watch this match. I really think you need to watch all 4 of these this week. But this match is like 12 minutes long.
It is a 12-minute heater.
It's quick.
And it's like it's like crack. It's
Full-
12 minutes of hate.
Full transparency, I watched this third, so the order in which we're reviewing these, I watched them backwards. So I'll be mine, Dom's, Pucci's final. So this was the third match I'd watched in a row. It was so nice being greeted by a nice,
Cute punches, yeah.
nice.
Ours
Like,
were long too. Mine and Brady's were on the longer side. This is just a
I
pure
thought mine was
adrenaline.
pretty long too, actually, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, relative. They're like 20-ish, 25-ish.
yeah, it's. I mean, 2025, especially like in lucha matches, I kind of expect. Just because I mean,
3 falls.
yeah, you got 3 falls.
None of them are boring, but this is
At
a
all.
different animal.
Mm-hmm.
This is fast. Beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, this is a hidden classic. I'm sure there's a million of these on all these early Z1 cards.
Yeah, I was literally just I was just finding Hirota Yokoi Z1 stuff or Ryoji Sai Kohei Sato tag stuff, and I was like, these all sound awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they're beating the shit out of each other. And so Sakata pins Sai, he kicks out, and then Sakata puts the sleeper hold on Sai, and that's how the match ultimately finishes.
It's a crazy visual too. Like it really looks like he chokes him out. It's
I mean he's got it hooked all the way in, and like we said, like Sai is like bleeding from the mouth, so it's like
it looks super cool with like the blood coming out from of his mouth as he's getting choked out.
And so like as I'm watching it, obviously I'm like, oh, there's still some file left here.
Yeah.
Dude, the like Sato does not want to give up here. He is like he's running over, he starts trying to fight Yokoi,
and I love this shit. We don't have this in wrestling anymore.
No, like I don't know. Everybody talks about like when we talk about like people talk about hate, they talk about Hangman and Swerve and all that stuff. I don't even think that matches this level of intensity here. Right? Like they're
I don't think it's even close.
And like like you said, this is like maybe not hidden classic. I'm sure there are people that know about this match and love this match. But in the grand scheme, right? Like I mean, Nuke has this posted. It's been posted for just over a year. It has a little over 1,000 views on YouTube. And
let's see, Simon just reviewed it a month ago and was a commission. So
shout out to that commissioner.
Yeah,
yes.
like it is really like I think like you said, it's something you need to see. I don't think us talking about it does it really as much justice as what it deserves. But you just go watch it. That's all we really got to say.
Yeah, and it's not just the post match. Like once Yokoi and Sakata like are almost back
to the back,
they get bum rushed and attacked again.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like multiple pull aparts post match after they've already given each other like 4 concussions apiece during the match.
It's fucking awesome.
It is amazing. It's
Dudes Rock Classic.
yeah, it's just 4 dudes beating the shit out of each other for like 15
Hell
minutes.
yeah.
Moving on to my match of the week. Uh,
Oh my god, man! Your match
This
filled
is-
me with a sense of joy and insanity that nothing else has ever fucking done to me before in my life.
this is an insane match. There's like Pucci, I don't know, did you watch the other two?
I did not. I was.
You
Oh,
have
you
to.
have to.
I will go
You
fucking
have
watch
to.
the
I
other
actually
matches.
forgot to also.
As soon as this fucking episode is over, I will go watch the other
Yeah.
matches.
I actually
because
think the second match might be the
I was
craziest.
I was gonna I was just about to say I think the second, like, there's 3 total matches. I think the second is the best of the 3.
This is a great payoff, though. But
This
they are
is.
all 3 unreal.
So this is Sky Team, OG Sky Team. So Místico, Valador Jr., and La Sombra versus
Místico, the most oiled up man
Oh
to
my
ever
God.
live.
Oh my!
That's also in the thumbnail, by the way.
He looks like he just like his birth now.
One of my
He could
friends
slide down the ramp.
one of my
Tripping.
friends described it as it looks like he took a bath in baby oil.
Absolutely fucking insane looking.
He literally said, he's like, I don't think I've ever seen Triple H with this much baby oil on him. Like he is crazy looking. Versus Peste Negra, which is it's a faction that is much bigger than just these 3, but in this match that is Negro Casas, Felino, and Mr. Niebla, my new goat.
I think at this point they were the only 3. It started as Casas, Mr. Niebla, and Heavy Metal.
I was gonna
But
say
Heavy Metal, he didn't want to do which is another one of Negro Casas' brothers. He didn't vibe with the comedy shit because that's like, obviously this is like some incredible rudos and wrestlers, but they're also doing a lot of like
Stooging.
stooges comedy and stuff.
And then also
And
just being just weirdo.
Yeah, so they phased him out and put Felino in. Part of the reason that this group changes so much is because Niebla is in and out so much with personal issues.
Things, yeah.
An all-time Rudo trio for my money. We'll talk about it in the match, but like the way they can simultaneously stooge and shred is unbelievable.
It's so awesome.
Negro Casas, as we've discussed, favorite wrestler of File Under Fire. He is,
and been talking with other friends about him this past week and thinking about him, man. God damn,
How many times has Negro Casas been on the pod at this point? He feels like he's on
5, right?
this is either 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at the sheet to fully know, but yeah, this is.
Peste Negra have the best entrance ever.
Oh my God, and like, so like once again,
I want to know what Negro Casas had in that cardboard box.
I wrote, why does he have the cock box? What is he posing in front of his like waist? He's posing for his balls the whole time. I never learned. I never learned what he's got the box.
I don't remember. I don't remember if it's in the in one of the earlier matches of Sky Team versus Peste Negra, or if it's in just a different Peste Negra tag that I've watched, because I've watched a absorbent amount of Mr. Niebla this week. But at one match, Casas comes out with the lid of the trash can that Niebla comes out with, and he's like using it like it's a steering wheel for a minute. It is so funny. Their entrance, they all come out with these like big giant poofy afros. I watched a match where Niebla works the whole match with the afro on. The whole thing. Which,
how hot do you think it makes his head?
It can't be any worse than the mask, right?
Yeah. I mean,
back of the neck might be a lot hotter now.
That's got to be the worst feeling ever, being sweaty in a lucha mask.
I mean, yeah, but like, I mean, you probably get used to it. I don't know. Let's ask Pucci, who has a ton of lucha masks.
That's true. They're the expert.
I tried to stream once, and I tried to keep a mask on the whole time, and I got through like 30 minutes before I went, this is fucking miserable. It's hot as fuck.
I remember we were trying to do a bit in the Moonsault Discord when we were doing the Moonsalties, where Super Liger shouts out was going to he was gonna wear like 5 different masks that he has and like take them off as time progressed. And he put them all on, and he's like, "Dude, I can't."
You will die.
He's like, "I can't do this." Like, he's like the bit.
Imagine if that's how you die. That'd be the most embarrassing way to die.
They walk
God,
into my
there's
room.
too
They
many
gotta
lucha masks.
they're gonna peel my mask off one by one.
He is like the bit's hilarious, but like I
Yeah,
can't.
you'd have to layer them like in descending order of like insanity. You'd have the Niebla mask on bottom,
Well,
and the
that's
Santito mask on top.
that's
The
what he
Diablo
did.
reveal would go insane.
That's what he did, right? So it was like the most bottom one had like a mouth hole in it, and then like building all the way up to like the Liger one, which is like huge and fully covering. Yeah. Anyway, it was good
That's
bit.
awful.
So anyway, so like we've said, Mystico is the most oiled man alive ever, I think. Here, Mystico in the green.
He makes the green look good. Yeah.
Mystico in the green gear, which I think is also kind of crazy. I feel like
And it's just he's got the big Mystico chain too that is so sick. Like the big emblem, mask emblem. Was that this
Yeah.
one or was that the?
No,
Yeah.
this isn't this one. That's a different one.
Okay.
That's either the
Yeah.
first or second one.
Oh yeah, no, he's shirtless in this one. He's just oiled up.
Yeah, this is
as fuck.
so this is from CMLL 6/26/09. I don't think I said the date,
Yeah.
but this is like like a tribute show for Bobby Bonales. So Sky Team.
Yeah, they did for a couple years. They did the Copa Bobby Bonales. I thought they were wearing the Copa shirts. Was this from a tribute show?
I think it was because I think it said Homenaje on the shirt.
Okay, I know at one point they did a cup for him that was like best technical wrestler, and then they just started doing him like at various
Like just doing like a
tribute shows.
H2L.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so all of Sky Team comes out with the shirt on except for Mystico, who has it like tucked into his waistband so you can see that he is the most oiled man alive, which is so insane.
Bro, if I looked like Mystico, I would also flaunt it.
And then like we said,
God here.
Peste Negra comes out with their fun little entrance music, and they're dancing, and
Their rhythm is great.
Dude, it's so much fun. You have the ring girls standing along the side of the ramp.
I didn't notice.
And they're like dancing with the ring girls and stuff. They're just having like all kinds of fun.
I don't even look at the barely basically naked girls at all. I don't look at them.
Dude, 2009. Never mind.
This is no, actually, that's fair.
It's unreal how hot these women are.
There's a lot going on with the women too with La Peste Negra. I don't know if we got to, but Mr. Niebla is like sniffing armpit.
No, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that. So,
I do not like smells and that.
So the match.
Well, that's part of Niebla's gimmick is that his.
I know.
Yeah.
So the match starts with Mystico pulls the wig off of Niebla's head, and Niebla gets in and just whacks him with the trash can.
That's the only reason why
I didn't catch that. To me, it looked like like when I was watching this, I thought that he hit him with the trash can, and like somehow the wig like transferred midair onto his head. I was like, "That's the craziest thing I've ever seen." Yeah.
That's that'd be insane. I don't know if I could do.
Still sick. It's so crazy and awesome. God, Lucha's the best. I don't know if we've mentioned that on this podcast before.
Yeah, we love.
Yeah, right.
Shouts out Lucha Libre. I'm stacked to the gills with Mr. Niebla matches now. I have so.
Got his whole like discography in your brain now.
I could literally do the next like month or two of just Niebla matches. Good Niebla matches. I could spend a month just talking about his 99. Anyway, we're getting off track. So the match starts, and the Rudos are like immediately on Mystico, but Sky Team comes in, drop kicks him, and like the Rudos go out like to each side. So I think it's Niebla goes to one side, and then Felino and Casas go to the other. And so Volador and Sombra dive onto the two on the one side, Mystico onto the other side, and they like take them all out. It goes back in the ring, and then Volador and Sombra pin Cassius and Felino, and that's
They
the
get the
first.
stereo La Magistrals. And can we bring back the 2 refs?
Yeah,
It
Yes.
solves the problem of someone having to wait in a pin, which is like one of my biggest pet peeves about modern CMLL.
Mm-hmm.
We can pay another. These are old men, right? You can find an old man to be the second
There's
ref.
clearly
You
a
have-
bunch of
count
old
very
men
fucking
in the-
slow. Yeah.
you have multiple
It'd be
refs
really
on the
bad
show. Just
counting.
pay them to
Yeah.
do like more
Yeah.
matches.
I like the 2 refs thing. It doesn't have to be like one Rudo and one Technico ref either. Just have 2 refs to count the 2 falls and trios. It's so much smoother and better.
I agree. I think
But it doesn't matter here because it's Sky Team, so it's like perfectly synchronized. And
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Edgar could have done 2 hands.
There are a lot of very good little mean interactions. The forehead to forehead between Felino and Mystico, specifically, I think that Mystico should come back. It's almost a shoot headbutt. He's like, "Get the fuck off me, bro."
Dude, I love
It's just different now. But yeah.
Yeah.
I love Mystico here. I love like I think like watching this match made me think that Sombra might be one of the best ever, and then he went to
Dude, with Sombra, I watched all 3 of these the last couple days of this series, and he was crazy impressive.
dude. I
Oh,
mean
I
I
mean,
posted.
I knew he was
is,
good. I've
yeah.
seen my share of Andrade matches, but god damn, he
I
was
wrote
good.
in my notes, I miss you, Lasombra. God, I miss you.
I
Alternate universe where La Sombra never leaves.
I posted that clip in
And
the
they love
Discord.
him.
I might post it to Twitter. But in that second match where he does the like moonsault over the ring post onto Niebla, I thought he was gonna whack his head off the ring post. He's fantastic. Like you guys said, I want that dude to come back. I need him to just go like let him go wrestle in CMLL. Let him like train Brilliante Jr. Please. God, please.
Someone train him.
Yeah, someone train Brilliante Jr. Step 1. Step
Tell
2.
that boy to stop being all aura and hype moments.
Step 2 is get Andrade out of there. Is that boy.
Also, Volador Jr., fantastic talent in general. He's crazy good in this match.
He is. I do think we were talking about this earlier. Casas wakes him up.
He is, yeah, fucking
He
Volador's
like
doing punt
activates
kicks and shit.
Volador.
He's doing punt kicks, like full force punt kicks to his chest and shit. It's very cool.
Yeah. And Cassis, I just wrote down in my notes in all caps, Cassis is unbelievable, man.
I don't want to skip over this part
unhinged.
because it is hilarious and weird. But the second fall starts and the ring girl comes out holding the second Kaida sign, and for some reason Diablo goes up, smells her armpit,
Yep.
He's drunk as shit.
and then he does a little shimmy. I don't think he's drunk here. He's
not. I don't mean to disparage the goat, Mr. Niebla. I love you, Mr.
He will be
Fogg.
later, don't worry.
R.I.P. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is so funny because of he does his little shimmy and he does a bunch of little dances. I think in this match they cut away to like a kid, and I think we miss the loogie spot that he does where he
Thank God, I know that's his thing. I hate spit.
he spits up in
I'm
the
not
air
a
and
fan.
catches it in his own mouth.
I also don't love the spit.
I really.
See, I at least
I
my
don't
thing
like
is,
smell spits. I don't fuck with it.
my thing is at least with his loogie spot versus something else is it's at least his own spit.
Yeah, it's
and
his own. Yeah,
going back in his own mouth, right? Like he
better than
is.
Steen.
Yeah, it's not spitting
Or
onto somebody
the
else.
Sheik.
Volador's father is Super Parka, right?
Yes.
I think so. Yes.
Yes, he is. I've gone through a lot of watching Volador and his Super Parka shit, and it's very funny to remember that he just said, oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna be a Parka now.
But isn't he La Parka's uncle?
I believe it's uncle. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll
It
double
makes
check that.
sense. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Super Parker, there's some good Super Parker matches. Of course, Santino, but he could have a
I was
good
gonna
match.
say, yeah, that's a good feud. Voldar's sweet, like father
Yeah.
Volador.
Yeah. He's
Volador Jr. is shirt pants man.
he is.
Dude, he has the worst look ever, both masked and unmasked. I went crazy
least-
when he took the shirt off, not just
Yeah, because he
because
looks
he's
so
hot,
good.
just
He's
because his
humongous.
shirt
He's huge.
sucks.
He's huge.
I used to tweet all the time about his bad fits and how I know he's wearing like big chunky all white New Balances and stuff backstage. He's just the worst instincts for fashion in wrestling. For like a beautiful Hispanic man, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's got great hair. Always has
Great
it up in a
hair,
bun.
beautiful face,
His
Yeah,
little
I'm coming in
bod.
my big
diamond nipples.
I'm showing up to work in my big comfy shirt that shows off nothing of me.
Yeah, me and Ob just did like one of those audible gulps talking about fucking Voldor's physique.
sexy
All right.
Volador.
And he's so hot, gulp. Oh
Mr.
man,
Sexy
I love-
Volador.
I love when Niebla gets in the ring and like stops Volador, like puts his hand out and stops him, and then he does like the little dance, and
The Guaguanco, is that what it's called? Guaguanco? He's Rey del Guaguanco. I know they say it at the end.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll
I
give
love
you that
his little
one.
dances.
That's the name of the dance, because when he passed away, they did the tribute to Rey del Guaguanco. I know the announcer says it. I can't say it because I'm
We're
honky
not
to the max.
yeah, we're not
Yeah.
Hispanic.
That's a tough one, but yeah,
hit up
beautiful,
floats or
Mr.
something.
Niebla. We love you. R.I.P.
Super honkies. Yeah.
He, but he does it, and like Volador then just kicks Diablo in the face like afterward, like he like gets him to stop and then just super kicks him. I just love that like little exchange of like Niebla
Gnarly
trying
super kick too.
to kind of be funny, and then like Volador being like, okay, haha, bah, like something really cool about that. Negro Casas is Negro Casas in
It's
this.
unbelievable. I said in the other match, Aldande looked like he was on 1.5 speed. I am not kidding when I say I checked the settings on my YouTube to make sure that it had not accidentally sped up.
That's
It was.
hilarious.
He looked like he was like on a different plane of existence from these guys.
Dude, he is.
And everything he did was murder.
He's so stiff.
What a wrestler, man! God damn, Negro Casas.
And like, he's so good at stooging here too, right? Like, when you think of like Casas when he's like facing off against like Santito, or even just like when he's younger, right? Like he's not doing as much of that, right? He's not really stooging a whole bunch or kind of being silly.
He's so funny in La Pesta Negra. Was it the second match that I tweeted the video where he like falls out and does the like toot toot and then he goes and scares the girl?
Is it the one where he like sniffs Niebla's armpits and then
Yeah,
falls over?
and
Yeah.
he lays down in the ring and then he gets up and they all kick the shit out of him. And as he's going down, he does like the thing you would do out of the school bus to try to get the semi truck driver to honk the horn. He does like the toot thing, and then he falls face first, and then he rolls out of the ring and goes and sits in the front row. And there's a woman behind him laughing, and he scares the shit out of her.
He
goes and sits
he goes up and asks the dude if he can sit down there, and the guy's like, "Yeah, sure, of course, you're Negro Casas." And so he like sits. He goes to sit down. And I guess the lady's like yelling something at him.
Yeah, he's scared the shit out of her. It's just a prodigy, a genius.
Dude, no, there is no wrestler in the world today that can do it like Negro Casas has over his whole career. Like not a single one. It like all his stuff, like you guys were saying, all the stuff with him and Volador is just stiff as hell.
Well, then he gets in there with La Sombra, and he's like, it's like simultaneous. He's stooging and shredding at the same time. I've never seen anything like it. The closest comparison I could think of is like Buddy Rose.
then we get this point where Niebla does a little dance. He goes over, just gives a big old smooch to Felino, which Pucci clipped and
Big
made into a
kiss.
GIF, which is I love that. It's so
I do love
hilarious.
the
Give a
Niebla
little kiss to
kiss.
the homie.
A little kiss, homie.
Yeah, he like comes over and like Felino's like standing up on the like bottom rope, leaning over too. Like,
Because we're all excited for it.
yeah.
And it gets a massive reaction. Niebla owns this
It's
crowd.
it's so funny too because like a lot of like I watched a lot of Pesta Negra matches where they're like facing Maximo. And I mean we can have we could have the discussion of how Maximo is bad for Exoticos and all that stuff, but like it's just so funny to me because like here he's just going over giving a little kiss, little peck to uh
You hear about what he did
Felino.
to his car?
And Moxie, like, meanwhile, all the matches with Maximo, it's like all just like him trying to like basically gay panic, like offense to Niebla. It's so weird to me. But
Well, it's Mexico is an extremely homophobic country,
yeah,
so
and then yeah,
which glass houses and all that, but Catholic country. Uh, but it's so good, and it's not the people don't hate it. It's not like they get huge boos. It just gets a huge reaction because they know that's
that's the
Mr.
thing
Niebla.
here is that like even though like Pista Negra are the heels or the Rudos, like they're not like proper, hated, despicable Rudos. Like everyone for the most part likes them. They keep cutting to one guy in the crowd who Pucci referred to me in the notes because of my
So did I did because
yeah.
We both
yeah,
we
that's you,
both
dude.
did. We both
But
fucking-
Mind meld.
he's literally got like a Niebla shirt on. I think he has a Mr. Niebla necklace. He has the mask.
And a mask.
He like, dude. The only way this guy could be more Mr. Niebla is if he just stole the ring gear and was just wearing Mr. Niebla ring gear into Arena Mexico. Like he
The
was
gentleman of refined taste.
he was so like Niebla out. It was insane. um,
I'm going Niebla mode. Stinks like ass.
I really liked if Mystico does the like trips Niebla and then hits a 619 on him, which
Yeah.
I thought was like holy shit. Like how many times like has Mystico foretold his future like that, right? Like how
He does that a lot. I think that's just a thing. I don't know. I don't know. I just go on Lucha Wiki and they say the 619 is a very used move for Technicos. Did I cut out?
Well,
No,
it's
you-
cool.
Okay, thank God. It's a very cool move, yeah.
I'm worried about his mic.
Yeah,
I
it's
fucking
alright.
hate this thing.
I'm not gonna edit it. It's okay.
Fucking motherfucker.
So when does the second fall end? I don't.
The second fall ends with Niebla is like they're doing like rope running stuff, but he just like opts out. He's just like patting them on the back as they run by instead of like doing anything. And then he gets taken down, and then Felino like Mystico gets smoked, and Felino hits like a big like oofer of an elbow drop, like right to the gut, like Macho Man
The second
style.
fall is very, very beast.
Yeah.
Like the Rudos beat the fuck out of the Technicos.
The structure of this match is actually really interesting because the like Technico's quickly taking a first fall is pretty typical, but then you usually get like the Rudo beatdown fall, and then you get the 50-50 third fall. You get the 50-50 second fall here with like all the fun stuff, and then the third fall is the one that's like of course because the Rudos win the second fall, so they start with
on top.
The Rudo beatdown in the third fall. And the third fall is really like an extended extended Rudo beatdown. They're like Niebla's punching the shit out of everybody. He even tries to punch the ref a couple times.
He's shadow box with the ref.
I fucking love that
He
one.
slaps the back of Volador Jr.'s head crazy style.
Dude.
Oh, I wrote on my notes that all the offense Volador Jr. was able to get in like the first fall, he just gets it all back in the third one. Like they just
Yeah,
kill him.
Negro Casas, make sure to hit him. I said the word. Fuck you guys with that fucking name because I.
We didn't do it, Dom.
No, I know, but I just every time I'm like, he makes sure he gets
Love you.
Volador. I love everyone. He makes sure he gets Volador in the face.
Now
Every kick, every.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
the end of the third fall is really fun too because they
He's always
instead
kicking
of
in the
getting the simultaneous falls like on the two non-captains, they trade off
I love
falls.
the fall trades.
Yeah, I
it's
love
so
that.
good. So those guys are like eliminated. Like La Sombra rolls up Felino, and then Negro Casas rolls up La Sombra.
The Sombra.
Yeah,
And so then it's
ultimately it ends up with, as it should, with Mr. Niebla and Mystico.
My notes for the end have Niebla's not getting a La Mystica, you bitch. And then it just ends with.
Well,
he
at
got
least
La
he hits
Mystica.
that shit first. He hits that shit.
He slaps the shit out of Mystico.
Well,
And he dances. He gets a dance.
Doesn't he
he
try to
loves
like? Doesn't Mystico try and like? Yeah, he like tries to go up for La Mystica. Like he starts to go over his shoulders, and Niebla just kind of like throws him down.
Yeah.
He just tosses him off.
And then he does that little dance, and then like I said, they cut away from the best part, which is the loogie part of the spot. Like you got the whole dance and you missed that part because you cut away to a little kid's face.
They were thinking about Dom.
And then and then the as soon as you get a cut back, it's him getting La Mystica.
Yeah.
Which
Who could have foreseen this?
I still was going crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god.
And again, this is the
awesome.
third of a
So
trilogy
awesome.
of matches.
That
This is really like settling it between the Sky Team and La Peste Negra, so it has to end with Mystico getting.
It's not the
Mystico.
only. Go ahead, Pucci.
Oh, sorry. Backing up. There's like one specific thing that Felino does that I've never seen him do ever. Is he shot blocks? I think Volador Jr. Like he hits like the fucking on his hands and knees, like to the fucking back of Volador Jr.'s knees, and I don't think I've ever seen like a luchador do like a chop block before. It fucking had me going crazy.
Awesome. And Felino, we talked about Casas' stooging. It's really incredible that Felino had this like late career goofy Rudo arc too. I say
He's
late
awesome.
career. He's still good, but in 2025. But
Felino,
I mean, we talked about that Santito, like the most beautiful, title match you can have when Foose was on, and then he can also do this.
Felino in La Peste Negra is somehow more fun too once he loses the mask. Like once he loses his mask, he becomes like a even crazier and like a crazier stooge, if that makes sense. Like he's honestly
he's a goof now.
He's more fun as a like unmasked, I think, than he is.
Then he lost it to La Sombra, right?
Yeah, that's actually a match I want to watch. It's
there's no way that's not incredible.
It's a 4-way into an apuesta, or not a 4-way, a tag into a apuestas with Volador, Felino, La Sombra, and Mystico.
Well, he got hosed.
It's all of Sky
What
Team.
the hell? Felino versus Sky Team. Come on, man. Jesus.
Yeah, that's on my watch later. That's one of those matches I wanted to watch really bad, and I just haven't had time this week. But so yeah, the match is so much fun, and they have the 3 matches like we're talking about. But if you go to Lucha Database, which is how we found the previous 2 matches, I found this match just by general Lucha searching. Honestly, I think it was just like a was watching wrestling and it recommended me, and it went. I literally read Sky Team versus Peste Negra, and I didn't know who was in Peste Negra at first. I just clicked on it because I went, oh, Sky Team, that's gonna be cool. And then I like Googled Peste Negra and
Yeah,
saw.
little did you know the other trio was the more awesome of the two trios.
I Googled and I saw Casas, Felino, Heavy Metal, Niebla, and I went, oh, this has to rock. And I watched it, and it's funny because I was initially looking at like some IWA matches before this. Like before I found this match, I almost brought like a CM Punk IWA match, which I'm sure you guys would have loved.
Thank you, YouTube.
Yep.
Thank you,
But
algorithm.
yeah, it ruined my week, man. I watched.
No, it made your week.
Yeah, that's true. Moving on to the final match of the episode. It is Obbies. It is batshit insane.
Oh.
Evil is all hell. It is Bull Nakano versus Shinobu Kandori from LLPW 7/14/94. It is a chain match, so there's a chain attached to their wrists. It is nutso. It is evil. It is insane. Yeah, Hobby, do you want to talk about Bull Nakano for a little bit? Because I know.
Well, I'll be gulping again like I was when I was talking about Volador. But
She is a beautiful, beautiful woman.
oh, what a woman! What a woman! And what a wrestler! Both of these women, and that's the thing about this. This is like a interpromotional, huge match between two killers, and you usually see a chain match, or we did gimmick matches last week. These are usually like the blow off of a feud. There's not really a feud here. I did go watch. The only other two times they wrestled were on opposite sides of tags in like the few months before this. And one of those was in LLPW, and that's another amazing match. It's Kandori and Utaka Hozumi against Nakano and Anwe, which is really what the match, how it plays out is Nakano and Kandori want to get at each other, and the younger women are just kind of in the way of that. And so they're like constantly like, tossing them out of the way so they can get at each other. But that's the thing, it's not a feud based on like a personal issue. It's just like it's a dick measuring contest essentially.
Yeah.
Like who's the who's the bull of the woods. And then they have a great all-time Wrestle Queendom match. It's Akira Hakuto and Kandori, who had been feuding, so that's awesome because they tag each other in and out by like slapping each other in the face against Aja Kong and Bull Nakano. But yeah, Bull Nakano, one of the best ever, I think, for my money. Just an unbelievable, super charismatic, brilliant wrestler. And then Kandori is one of the stiffest wrestlers of all time, a legit judoka, just evil. And that's how it plays out. It's like a, they're gonna see who's tougher and who's badder. And it's so cool. And looking at this card, I sent this. It made me so sad. Here's the weekly Modern Wrestling Sucks talk. Like,
Yeah, right.
every fucking match. It's a joint show between LLPW, All Japan Women, and FMW.
Oh.
In Tokyo Coliseum. There's 8,300 people here.
Oh, you can tell.
They are hot for this.
At times it sounds
Which
like
they
there's
should be,
83,000 people.
Yeah. It's unreal.
Yeah, it
a
is
fight, a real fight. It almost doesn't even feel like a wrestling match. It's like, we can talk about it, but it reminds me of the Akira Hakuto Meiko Satomura match that we talked about, in that it's just like a fight, but it's not as desperate because the chain makes everything
They're
so
tied
much
together.
worse. And they're tied together, and they're like, it's, instead of being frenzied, they're like almost dead, pretty much from the start.
Yeah, because I mean,
But it never drags. But
I
it's so good.
I
I'll stop.
love
Go ahead.
like so they meet in the like before the match even starts, they meet in the center and just start like slap fighting with each other, and I think it really sets the tone for the whole match.
They punch the shit out of each other.
Before I get too deep into the match review, I do want to mention like so obviously like most you know late 80s early 90s Joshi matches, you get the like interview like pre and post match, but you get like two sets of interviews here where you get one where they're just like in street clothes, which was kind of crazy because I don't think I'd ever seen Bull like not makeuped up and like
Yeah.
hair. Like obviously I'd seen like through matches when her hair kind of like gives up on her because hairspray can only do so much. But like
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever seen her like just in like casual clothes
Call
and
me,
like
Bull Nakano. Call me. My wife is cool. She's fine. Call me.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. She's
um
awesome. I like that they
she's
punch each other.
Unreal.
so
They
cool
kill each
here.
other. Like it's awesome. It's so awesome. I was so excited watching them just murder each other every chance they got in this match. Like
It starts
head,
with the Kandori headbutts, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, because they like get the chain on and they kind of do like a little tug of war, but then they like both miss, and Kandori like gets her like set up. I don't know if she's gonna go for like a pile driver or like a Liger bomb or what she was gonna go for. Doesn't matter. Uh, Bull like stops, flips her over, and then they they just like whoop the shit out of each other using the chain, like punching each other with the chain.
And
And
they're nasty punches too. And you can tell it's a heavy ass chain.
mm-hmm. And then
It, it it's crazy.
they like they do a bunch in the ring here for the first bit, and then they go like at what point do they go to the outside here? I'm trying to read through my notes.
They do Kandori's on top with the headbutts, and then she starts the chain punches. And so the first part of it, she's just like whipping the dog shit
Mm-hmm.
out of Bull Nakano. And Nakano's comeback starts. She like takes a length of the chain and just whips her in the face with it.
Yeah.
The dog shit.
Yeah, and then she gets her down and she gives her the low key Guada, the ones I love, just the little short head kicks.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then she whips her ass for a minute, and then she goes to the floor. They go to the floor, and when they go to the floor, Kandori comes up, crazy busted.
Dude, they
oh,
they
she's bleeding insane. Like there's like a bit of tape on her at the start, and I wrote like, oh shit, the tape's gonna fall off and there's gonna be blood, and then immediately like there's blood, and I'm just like, yeah.
yeah, like
Blood, baby.
I love the tape like falling off of her face and she just doesn't care either. Like she's
The
just
gimmick
full.
falls off
Oh,
immediately.
they're singularly focused on destroying each other,
Yeah, they
and
have
like to the
one
point
track
where
mind.
it feels so raw because they're not doing anything like contrived with the chain. It really just feels like the chain is there, and like when they realize the positions they're in with it, they use it, but they're not thinking about it. And it leads to some really brutal stuff like that, like where she gets clotheslined with the chain and they end up getting choked with it and using it. Like it feels not contrived.
Yeah, it
Not at
doesn't
all.
feel like everything has to be based around the chain, but they can like it's there to use, but it's mostly there to tie you together.
Yeah.
And like I love too they do like when they're on the outside, she like Bull throws Kandori into the guardrail and then uses the chain to like pull her back so she can
Yeah.
line her. I love stuff like that where it's like you're
There's a later point where they do like she does like an Irish whip with it. Like she
hmm
grabs the chain and Irish whips the taut chain and it sends Kandori flying.
And
It's
then
very, very fun.
so they go out in the crowd and they're just like she's just kind of parading her around. And then I wrote that like I'm like, you can't, because you can't really see anything, right? Because like their camera kind of loses them. But then they finally get like a ringside camera out there, and I wrote filmed like a World Star video. I can't see shit because
Very good way
I
of
know
putting it.
exactly. I know exactly what you're fucking talking
the
about too.
like
Because
crowd is
I
like
fucking
bouncing
wrote.
all around, and like you can't, like the camera can't even stay steady on them, and even when it can, the spotlight can barely get them. So it's like you're you're just, like, I was just like, I feel like I'm watching World Star right now. Cameraman can't see shit. Like,
What the hell?
Real fucking street fights.
um, and so Bull line, like big line. They come back to the ring, takes her back through the railing, and then like puts her like right next to the ring post, and like pulls the chain around her and starts like choking her with it. And
Bro
th-
style.
she like then she's like choking her, and then she like keeps the chain taut, but like comes over, gets on the apron, and starts like stomping the like top of her head.
Yeah. I mean,
And
gross CTE kicks.
dude, it is like nasty. They get back in the ring, and she's choking her there, and we get to see like some of the trainees at ringside, and one of them is trying to throw the
Yeah,
towel in.
this is when it really like picks up. I think. I mean, it's already been nuts, but Kandori's
Mm-hmm.
second tries to get in the ring and throw in the towel, which we saw that in that Hakuto Mako match too, right? Was that the one? That
Yeah,
was a
I
gay
believe
match.
so.
Yeah, but and it pisses
Bull,
Bull Nakano off, and she wanders over there, and
which starts
yeah,
Kandori's comeback because she's
Kandori
able.
lariats her to the back of the head with the chain, and then goes on a
Always a
Oh
fucking
my
good.
god,
rampage.
the back of the head Larry with the chains. Fuck,
And
it's.
dude, I
Oof.
love they get out of the ring, but the way that I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's the way that Kandori gets out or if it's the way that Bull gets out, but somehow one of them gets out over the top rope and one of them gets out or over the bottom rope and one of them gets out under it. So then the chain is like wrapped around
Yeah,
the rope, and so they can't go very far. So they're almost still just tied to each other, even more so now because now they can't, like, the chain, while it is meant to tie them together, there is a lot of distance between it, so you have some slack to play with. Here you have nothing. It is just it's half the distance you had, so you're basically right on top of them, and they are just like going crazy. Somehow, like, she like still able to kind of like do stuff with it, like she's throwing Bull into the ring post, punching her with the chain, and then Kandori gets back in the ring and goes over the bottom rope so that way she can finally, like actually do what she needs to do. And then, like, she uh, whips her into the rail. Kandori's like parading Bull around, and this is where Bull gets busted open. Like Bull Nakano, perfect bloody face here. Her
she
one,
looks like Wolfpack Sting.
yeah, because it's like perfectly red.
Yeah,
Oh, wow,
Um,
that's a very good way of putting it. Wolfpack Sting.
Kandori like punches the shit out of her. She's whipping Bull. She whips her with the chain, and then gets her in a sleeper, and the crowd is at like a fever pitch. It is like the most just
oh, I wrote that down too. Like the crowd is going crazy when she's choking her out in the ring.
dude. It is.
They want to see someone
I mean,
die.
the
Yeah,
crowd is loud. No, like I'm into rhyme, but like the crowd is like electric the whole match. Like, don't get it like contrived or
yeah, because
anything.
it fucking rocks.
But they are hot the whole time. It is that like perfect Japanese like loudness of like no chanting, no, it's just the like kind of buzzing loud that I kind of just
Yes.
love.
100% buzzing.
Um, I literally wrote Bull might be out, but she stands Bull back up, hits a big punch, and then she goes for another one. Bull dodges it, and she
Yeah,
dodges
she
another one.
basically punches herself out. By this point, they're so exhausted, and they're both
Mhm.
so dead. Because like we haven't even talked about how between all these moves, they're just wrapping the chain around their fists and like full force punching each other in the face.
Yeah, like I
That's
mean they're
awesome.
beating the
They're
shit out of
whipping
each
into each
other.
other.
She like hits her with a kick after she misses their third punch, and she goes up to the second rope, hits the bulldog
Onto the chain.
onto the chain, and then
Oh,
she picks her up, puts her feet on the top rope for the elevated DDT, which gets her a 2 count, and then she picks up the chain and does like the nunchuck
Yeah, she
like
does the chain nunchaku.
thing, dude.
The
That
crowd pops crazy for that too. I
that
did
popped
they
too.
were
me
scaring
crazy,
me.
yeah.
They were scaring me with the chain. Like, hey, you put that shit down. You're gonna kill somebody.
And
She did an
she's
awesome job. I think she
she
really knows how to do nunchucks, dude.
she's whipping the crap
That shit
out of
was
her.
awesome as fuck.
Uh, Tiger bomb, kick out. Bull goes up to the top rope, does the leg drop on her, and I wrote Kandori kicks out at 2.99999999999999999.
Yeah, super near fall, and they're both destroyed.
Dude, I was like, holy, like that was as
Yeah,
close as
I
you can
bid on
probably
that one
get.
too. Yeah, I bid on that one too.
Um, Bull goes back up, goes up to the top rope, and she's stopped by Kandori, who punches her like off of it. So now she's like grapevined off of the side of the top rope.
That was a very nasty position for
Yeah.
her knee. That looked
Yeah.
gross.
And she starts like Kandori starts choking Bull with the chain, and she like Nakano falls down, and Kandori goes over, picks up one of the guardrails,
And it's
and
a heavy
It's
guardrail.
a
You can
big
hear it.
fucking guardrail.
It's heavy metal.
throws it into Bull, then slams it onto her, and then like she throws it at her like 3 times. Then
And you can really tell like just how substantial it is when she's
Mhm.
trying to get it on.
I'd be mad as fuck if you did that more than one time.
she hits the tiger bomb on the outside and gets a 2 count, this is the first point where I go, oh, this is false count anywhere.
Yeah, well, it is a falls count anywhere match, yeah, but that doesn't come into play until there, which is awesome because this is an era of like very excessive near falls and stuff in Joshi, and they don't play that game here at all.
No, I mean they do a couple near falls, but I mean it's late, it's believable.
Yeah, it's late in the match, yeah.
So gets a 2 count on the outside. She like grabs her arm and gets up on the apron. So now she has her like in an arm bar, but Kandori's like sitting on the apron and Bull is like on the ground, which looks like disgusting.
Nasty.
Yeah, Bull's basically just hanging by her own elbow, which is insane. And Bull grabs the chain, like pounds Kandori in the face with it. She gets back in the ring, uh, as like Kandori basically like drags her back in with the chain, and then she goes for that Tiger Bomb again. Bull hits the backdrop suplex, and now she hits a chain assisted leg drop from the top rope.
Fuck
And
yeah.
She wraps the chain like around her ankle,
Holy,
and
Mhm.
she lands right on her mouth.
I was gonna say she
Dude,
lands so hard on there, like just
I-
kills
That
looked her like with it.
I
Sucks.
literally wrote Kandori is writhing in pain because she is like she's like rolling all over like crazy. And then she does a chain assisted clothesline, one last leg drop from the top rope, and Bull wins. We
To the back of the head, the
I was
one
gonna say,
that
that was one
finishes
of
it
the
is
fucking back of the head that looks like actually just looks even worse somehow than the first.
mushes her face into the mat.
we get the post match promo, and you get Bull
Where they both
talking.
look crazy.
You get Bull talking, and then you go and it goes over and they're doing a like full on like EMT stretcher job on Kandori.
They're giving her oxygen.
Dude,
They took her ass to the morgue.
Yeah, she's like
They had to
wrapped up in like a
revive her.
body bag and shit. Just a kind of a nutso look there. Yeah, just all timer, really.
Great fucking match.
Yeah,
It's
awesome match.
Awesome.
And then yeah, it's worth it. This is we already talked about like go watch this match, go watch this match. Just watch all of them this week, man. They're specific. Like if you specifically want to pick out two, watch Dom and Aubie's matches. Me.
No,
Mine,
I don't know. I think I do. We were talking in the group chat. I know I sent one a few days ago, like as I was watching all these, like what a week. What a week
Yeah.
of wrestling. This shit will remind you why you love wrestling. Any of
Yeah.
these 4 matches.
They're
These
like,
guys-
and it's
the
something
non-wrestlers.
something different from each 4, I think too, which is really special, right? Like, Pucci's match is really good and really energetic and a lot of fun, right? Like there's a lot of like not comedy but like good, like
But also
having
really high level wrestling.
fun wrestling. Dom's match is like
If you wanted to see people beat the shit out of each other.
yeah, it's like
People
an
hit each other as
MMA
hard as
style
possible.
brutality. My match, it's kind of got that mix of what Dom's and Pucci's have with the good, fun lucha stuff, but it's still got that like kind of
It's still
stiffness
evil, yeah.
and brutality mixed in. But there's still some fun and some stooging, and like you can enjoy it, right? And then like your match, Avi, is just straight evil, and
It's an all timer. It's an
but
all
it
timer. It's
yeah,
2 all
it's
time wrestlers having an all time goddammer.
Brutal fucking killing each other.
mm-hmm. Moving on from the review seg, I didn't even ask Dom if he had monkey points this week because he's been finding everything now, which is kind of sick, honestly. I'm proud of you for
I
that.
find everything. So much everything.
Investigator Dom.
Yeah, I'm a good finder.
Moving to the cage match game. Big implications this week. As we did the last time when we have a guest on, guest picks, which means all 3 of us, me, Dom, and Aubie, are all eligible for points. Dom and Aubie are tied at 9. They
guy.
need 1 point. Uno point. I don't know the word for point in Spanish.
I do not know either.
They need 1 point, either of them, which means all they need to do is get it on the last full review, and they will get.
Oh my god!
No, he's from the soundboard.
They will get
Sorry.
a win in the first series of the cage match game. If I win this week, we continue somehow, some way. We continue. Dom's probably punching himself in the head. Pucci, I trust that you picked somebody all 3 of us know.
Brady's been hulking up.
Yeah.
I would hope you guys know him. I could go for the funny one, or I could go for the easier to guess one. But I have 2 options lined up on my screens right now.
Now is the time to pick. I mean,
We're here.
We're here, yeah.
I guess I'll go with the easier one. I'll go with the easier one.
Let it rip.
All right, so
What
this
is the-
guy's cage match rating is a 7.56.
That's a
James Storm.
It is not James Storm. Neat guess.
interesting guess
this
from
shit is
Aubie,
Norman.
really.
This shit is Norman Smiley.
No,
Wow.
it's not Norman Smiley.
I'm trying to.
The numbers is the hardest one.
Yeah,
like,
it really
I know
is.
2 million wrestlers, but just thinking of one wrestler is so hard.
Lex Luger.
It is not Lex Luger. Good guess.
Dude, I would have gone crazy
I
if
feel
it was Luger.
That would
I was
have
gonna say, I
been.
think Lex might be way lower than he probably should be on Cage Match.
I mean,
I think it's gone up a little as people have regained sanity. No,
No.
this is worse than Butch Reed.
Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
no.
Holy hell!
I just
Aw,
looked it up.
man.
Yep.
No, I gotta go look now. I hope
It
it's
is,
not under. Oh, it is. It's over
Yeah,
5.
It's
But
over
barely.
5. But...
Barely 600ths of a point over
I
5.
blame this one dude who gave him a 1 like fucking a week ago. Fuck this guy.
I'll kill that guy.
I'll
I'm
kill that
fine with it.
motherfucker.
All right, Pucci, give us
Alright.
the first cage match review for your wrestler.
All right. Blank. It's a 7. It's a 7 review. Blank should have been champion at some point between 84 and 87. I'll fucking give the years on this.
Tito Santana.
It is not Tito Santana, but that would be base as hell. That's what this guy was saying. Had one of the hottest feuds of the 80s, and unfortunately, he messed himself up and was making such bank touring with this guy that he wouldn't take any time off to heal. So he doomed his career with that. Blank came on the scene and made this guy look old-fashioned. They feuded, traded wins and losses. Then my guy that I picked left. Has some decent success, tag team success before hanging it up, and then coming back and almost ended his entire life with a freak bump. He deserved more big single titles run, but he was always just a guy in the promotion. I had to alter like 40 fucking different
Yeah,
words.
we always
Holy
do.
shit! No, I altered like I'll send the actual thing later, but I altered like half the fucking review.
I think the point came through. I understood. I caught what you were throwing.
I understand what you're throwing. I just have no idea. The first thought I had is not the right one, though.
Oh,
I'll let Dom guess because this is more his game than mine, and then I'll.
Oh, this is a long. I'll do that.
84 to 86. Messed himself up. That's like every wrestler from this era.
That is so true.
It's literally, it is quite literally the plot of The Wrestler, the movie.
They are just.
Oh shit! Is it Randy the Ram?
Oh my! Yeah, I'm on Letterboxd.
Drop kicked.
Magnum TA.
It's not Magnum TA.
I see. TA was a thought, but then you said that he hung him up, which I'm like, well, he didn't get to do that voluntarily. So, shoot, Tully, the other end of that spectrum.
Tully, not Tully. Good guesses though. Very good guesses.
I feel like this is a WWF guy. Maybe I'm off base. I'm picturing WWF.
I mean, it's either got to be WWF or like NWA. Like
NWA, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
This next one is a 10. The older I get, the more I appreciate him. He was always very intense and explosive worker, adding an element of viciousness to practically every maneuver and movement. He had a career full of highlights, more believability than most, and chemistry with plenty. He had the best pile driver in the history of the business.
Paul Orndorff.
Oh my god.
You fucking bitch. Oh my god. Okay, he wins.
Round of applause. Round of applause for Aubie. He gets 2 points, which means finally, Aubie is the winner of the cage match game. Aubie wins.
You did it, bro.
Big comeback too, right? Like it took him a few weeks just to tie you, Dom.
Yeah, I just let the ball go for a fucking 3 weeks straight, I guess, or something, huh?
Yeah, you shouldn't have let me get those points. Really,
That
was
a big.
I initially didn't want to do Paul Orndorff because I'm like, I think Aubie might just get him if I read like 1 or 2.
If you read the one move, pile driver.
I was thinking Hogan, and I was thinking I should have known it. I really should have known it on the first review, but I also
the first review I had to
on Tito.
I had to not say Hogan, Rick Rude, WCW, arm atrophied.
Yeah.
Arm
Um,
atrophied.
I was initially going to do Prince Iake instead, but I was like, I don't think this would be.
Oh yeah, see that would have messed me up because I
I would
don't know
have
much.
Never in a
Brady.
million years would I say Prince Iake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I said
I
I'll go back
actually
to
may
the
have gotten that one because that's one of those guys that like weirdly sticks out in my mind, even though he was
I-
bad. Just because
I
that was
would
like
actually-
what I came up on, You know all the guys from the thing that you first fell in love with. I'm sure
I love
Brady knows all
playing
the
this game.
2011. Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
like fucking around playing this game with like Biz and Ben, like when we're just Discords together, and I like to try and stump them as hard as physically possible. My always pick is picking lower card guy from the mid '90s. In WCW and WWF, it's my favorite way to stump them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, I could probably name some of the like late 2000s, early 2010s, just
Yeah.
absolute WWE shitters.
Oh, yeah.
SmackDown guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, really excited to see Ted DiBiase Jr. show up in the cage match.
Oh,
game.
I was gonna say Primo and Epico.
Oh my!
I don't know.
The two Primo and Epico, I remember learning like who the Colognes were because of them, and then being like, what the hell? Why are they like just random job tag guys in WWE? Because
Well, Brady, have you ever heard of Racismo?
who?
I was gonna say
Huge there.
racism.
Racismo, yeah, he's a great
Very huge
luchador.
there.
That's who they got in WWE right now.
Yeah.
Huh?
Evergreen, yeah.
That's true, actually.
Except for like the WWF where they had the ethnic babyface.
Pedro Morales,
Champs.
baby.
Yeah,
Hell
but
yeah.
that was a different world.
A better one. I mean, I don't know. Actually, there was probably
No,
societal
probably not.
difference.
But
Yeah,
at least better in wrestling.
yeah.
Better
They
in
were having to sell
retrospect, yeah.
tickets in New York City, so it wasn't out of any generosity.
So for the money.
So, for the money, Spider-Man. Pucci, thank you so much for coming on here. I know, yeah, you're one of the people who's been talking about wanting to be on this pod since like day one, but episode 0 wasn't even out yet, and you were talking about wanting to be
I'm
on
negative
here.
3 weeks before it comes out. I'm on.
Yeah, like it was
very nice for you guys to have me on though. It's fun getting to hang out and talk wrestling with people who
Would love to have
give a
you
fuck about
back
it.
again soon.
yeah.
The way I
We got to
give a
do the
fuck
dude of the
about it.
week.
Oh yeah, you're right. Dude of the
Only
week
one
is
guy.
Sabu, R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Everything that can be said about him has been said today, but
One of the
truly,
funniest people ever.
truly, and rare Dave moment of clarity. He said there's very few people that like you could take out of wrestling, and the history of wrestling is different. The trajectory of wrestling is different, but Sabu is one of them, and a guy that I fell in love with early.
I
One of
mean,
my first faves, and they don't make them like that anymore.
Taz like put out a little video today,
Beautiful.
kind of talking about it, and like he said, he pretty much owes his whole career to Sabu because Sabu wasn't even in ECW, and all the fans wanted was Taz versus Sabu. Like it was, if you ever go watch like '96 ECW, which I've watched probably more of than some people in the wrestling community, like it's every time Taz is in the ring, they're chanting Sabu at him. And you never get that payoff until you finally do. And the moment that you do,
First pay-per-view.
it is, dude, it is electric. It's great.
Sabu, too real for this world.
R.I.P. RT on.
Right on.
Right on.
Yeah, I kept reading that as retweet on. I'm like, huh?
That's how most people probably did it first.
Well, it's just because that's
Right
what my brain.
on.
That's what my brain reads when I see RT, right? In reality, Sabu was probably just texting from a T9
also an
phone.
all-time Twitter user, Sabu. So
All those old wrestlers, man. Him, fucking also R.I.P. Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik was amazing.
yeah, but that wasn't him. Sabu was really doing his. The Iron Sheik had a guy.
Yeah, but he told him what to what to say, you know.
I don't know. I think it was a Marcus Buff Bagwell type situation, but that's another conversation for another day.
Yeah, like we said, Pucci, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Pucci. Great
This,
match. Very
I
fun.
will say this is funny because I did realize this earlier this week. I think it was like Thursday or Friday. I've now been caught lying 2 episodes in a row.
That's awesome.
So 2 weeks ago, I said, who's gonna bring a Wade Barrett match to the pod? That's never gonna happen. And then I brought a Wade Barrett match to the pod. Then last week, I said, I don't know what we're going to have next week, but it will be 3 brand new matches that we know for sure. And this week it was 4. So, I'm a big fat liar.
Yeah.
Good movie, Big Fat Liar.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah,
Brady's out.
Avi is going to take over hosting duties. I'm actually
What's up?
I'm actually getting replaced. Yeah,
What am I?
by Pucci. This was the transition
I've been
episode.
bred to replace.
Yeah, good bit. Thank you guys for listening to episode 16. I thought another little fun fact, by the way. We have now watched over 50 matches on this podcast.
Damn,
I realized that
Hey.
today.
Would not have realized.
that's a lot of fucking matches.
And like 50 of a very
Brady
wide
watched more
variety.
Diablo matches than that this week.
That's not true. I've only watched about 20-ish Diablo matches this week. But that's
Almost
still,
caught up.
yeah, you know. But yeah, it's kind of insane to say that like we've watched 50 wrestling matches in this podcast in the, you know what, now 5 months we've been doing it, or 4 months. Yeah, it's pretty insane, pretty fun. I love it. I say this every week that I just love this podcast, and so we're gonna keep doing it until I don't love it anymore, and even then we might keep doing it because.
And then you're replaced with
Yep.
Pucci.
That's true.
I'm waiting in the wings, buddy.
Hey,
Brady lost his smile.
I'm trying to convince Pucci to start his own pod. So.
Oh yeah, we're on that
That's gonna be
agenda. The File Under Fire
evil.
Podcast Network.
Yeah, we're trying to build
Here's
this
the
out.
problem with that is that will be better than this podcast. I don't know if we can allow that to happen.
That's honestly true.
The pitch that we have for this.
Honestly, I'm okay with it. If we get outshone and what do they say whenever people are arguing about AEW and WWE? Rising tides lift all ships.
That's true.
I'm shit talking to you guys on my podcast every day. And fuck that Brady.
Yeah, please.
Honestly, fair.
I feel like Dom does that probably. He's just like, man.
I'm mid podcast.
No, man, I don't shit talk no one out loud.
Unless
It's all in my head.
Unless they make fun of you for how you say Casas.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Fuck all of
you. Yeah, thank you guys for listening. We will see you next week with wrestling matches. I'm not gonna lie again. I don't know what we're doing next week. I don't know if we have a plan, but I don't want to get caught again. So we'll see you guys next week with some great wrestling one more time and another.
I don't know. Don't say great.
Yeah. God damn it. You're right. We'll see you guys with wrestling next week. Watch, we'll bring another damn Teddy Hart versus Too Tough Tony, and I don't even know if we can call it wrestling. Yeah, we're gonna. It's like that episode of Best of the World Cast where they reviewed Step Up 3D.
That's awesome.
That's a great episode.
It is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye
See you
bye.
later.
Bye bye.